G'day you rates. Sorry I'm not with you today, but I wanted to show you the share market game that we're going to be doing over the next 10 weeks. It actually starts tomorrow. Some of you will have done it before and might want to get started before our next class. The first thing we've got to do is go to the website, which is asx.com.au. Once we're at the website, we have to scroll down to where it says Share Market Games, and after the share market game, we've got to choose the schools game, and we click on the student login. Now I've got a piece of paper that Ms. Fitzgerald's going to give all you guys, except for Lisa. I've emailed you your login details. The first thing you do is you put that number that I've got there into the top line. And I'm going to pretend to be Amy for this. So the number I've got is 79780, and then you've got some letters, uppercase and lowercase letters, so pop those in. Now Amy's got a tricky one in that she's got an L, which I wasn't sure if it's an L or an I. So let's just try this a second time. And now we're in. This is where you go. Now the basis of the game, and you've got some time to do some research today. The share market is where small pieces of businesses are bought and sold. And people buy shares in the hope that they'll go up in value and the hope that they'll pay part of their earnings as dividends. For this game runs for 10 weeks, and you've got to pretend $50,000 to manage. You've got to decide what you're going to invest in. So if we have a look here, there is a list of all the companies that you can invest in. And you might recognise some of these as you scroll down. For example, AMP is a big financial services firm. ANZ Bank, you've probably walked past in the shopping centre. Bega Cheese might be something that you've eaten. Domino's Pizza will be up soon. So there's a bunch of shares that you're going to have recognised. Coca-Cola is there. You have to choose which ones of these you want to buy. Now, at the moment, you won't be able to place any orders because the game doesn't start till tomorrow. But from then, you'll be able to buy and decide how much you want to invest. There is a bunch of information about the game, and I suggest you spend some time having a look at that. How do you choose which companies to buy? How do you place a trade? Those sort of questions are answered there, and we will look at this more in the next class. But for today, if you can log in, have a look around some of the information, perhaps start with the companies, have a look at the charts, see what that might mean. That gives you an idea of how a company has gone over the past period of time. It starts with the last 6 months, but you can go for longer if you want. It gives you an idea of where the share is going up and down, and you might choose to buy shares that have gone down and hope they'll go up in the future, or you might choose shares that are going up and hope they'll keep going up. A couple of things to think about with the game. Usually when we invest, we think about the idea of being fairly well diversified, right? Holding a large number of companies. But in this game, I think if you want to be successful, it pays to be a little bit more aggressive, right? You want to maybe only hold as few a company as you can, and I think you need to spread that $50,000 by the rules of the game over a number of companies. But rather than buying $1,000 and $2,000, you might look to buy $5,000 blocks of companies, because you want to make sure that if one of your companies goes well, that has a big impact on the value of your portfolio. The aim of the game is to turn the $50,000 into as much money as you can. As I said, it starts tomorrow, and we will look at it a little bit further next lesson. But I would encourage you this lesson, maybe have a look at some of the getting started videos and have a chat to, I think there will be a couple of people, I'm not 100% sure, who did it last year. They may have some advice for you as well. But just have a look around, get a little bit familiar, and if you want to start tomorrow, it's there for you. Keep that login in a safe place. Maybe glue it into your homework diary. And if you want to get started tomorrow, the opportunity is there. If not, we'll have a look at this further in our next class later on in the week.